from the Run Eat Drink podcast. You know me, I'm the host of this podcast, and joining me live is, of course, my co-host. You know him.
Dana.
It's Dana, usually behind the camera, but thanks to John here at Big Storm Brewing, we can be a part of this live broadcast. And with us today is Chris Ramsey, and he is the head coffee roaster for Big Storm Coffee Company. Welcome to our show.
Thank you.
Yes, that is right. You heard me right. Big Storm. You normally think we come for great beer.
And we do.
But this gentleman is responsible for the coffee aspect at Big Storm. Tell us a little bit about how you got started.
We were looking for something else we could do to help grow Big Storm as a company. And I came up with the idea that we should look at entering the coffee industry because it has some of the same consumers like you do in beer.
Yeah.
People who love beer love coffee.
That is true, because you know we both do.
Exactly. So because of that, I was like, why don't we start our own coffee company? And from there, we started doing cans, cold brew cans, and kegs, cold brew kegs, and now we're opening up. And in a couple months, we'll have our first retail location.
Which they just announced yesterday for National Coffee Day. Happy National Coffee Day, by the way.
Thank you. Thank you. Happy National Coffee Day.
Yes, and you have made our hearts so happy because when we come to the Clearwater area, we will be so excited to visit your first coffee creamery. And what you do now is a pour-over kind of process in in your locations?
So right now in our Clearwater location, we do a pour-over coffee. So if you order a hot coffee, it will be pour-over.
And is that what you're going to show us right now?
Yes, it is, Amy.
Right now, right? We are very excited as coffee aficionados. So should we stand up for this process?
Yes.
Okay, we're going to stand up.
Show,
Here we go.
Show us the process and kind of walk us through what goes into making a good pour-over coffee for people that are coming to visit you guys.
Okay, so basically what we use in a pour-over coffee, you will have your pour-over, which is this device right here, your paper filter. We use a scale to have consistency with each pour. We'll have our hot water and then great coffee.
Great coffee? Yeah.
So first, what I like to do is I take the hot water and saturate the paper filter to get anything that's left on a paper filter, just to clean it and cleanse the paper filter.
That gets that paper taste out of the paper filter.
Yes, correct. And once that runs through, I pour that hot water out.
So then that water gets discarded so that then you can start the process of building the pour over.
Correct.
Okay. Oh.
And so in our pour over coffee, we use a ratio of 1 to 16. So for every gram of coffee, we use 16 grams of water. We usually use 40 grams of coffee. So
40
Hence
grams
the
of coffee
scale.
per cup?
Per cup, yes.
Wow, okay.
It usually yields you enough for 2 cups, but if you're a big coffee drinker, that's 1 cup. So
Let's be real. Get your own.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I can
So
smell
right
it from
now-
here.
No, the minute you crack that open, I could smell it.
I love it.
So, and which coffee are you brewing for us right now with the pour over?
So right now we are using our anniversary blend. This year was our first year of actually roasting our own coffee.
Congratulations.
Thank you,
Yes.
thank you,
Happy anniversary.
thank you.
A little late, but better late than never, right?
Exactly. So we'll be using that coffee. It's a Burundi coffee that we use. And with Burundi, most African coffees, you usually get a bit of berry, maybe a little chocolate, and natural flavors.
That sounds good to me. Yes.
So first, once I add the coffee, I will
So then you zero out the scale so that you
zero
know how
out the
much water
scale
you're
so I know
adding.
how much water
Okay.
I put in. And with the first amount of water that I use, I just do enough just to saturate the beans at the top. So usually it's about 80 to 100 grams of water that is used. And as you're seeing, you see the coffee is being degassed. And the reason for this is you want the gas that is in the coffee to be extrapolated from the coffee, because if not, you could drown the coffee, which gives an uneven extraction of coffee.
So what you're saying is that little bit of water you're pouring over first gets all of the trapped air and gases from within the grounds, actually.
Yes.
It's not just from the dumping it in from the scoop. It's actually in the coffee.
Yes.
Ah.
Okay.
And then once that
Now you can
goes
smell
through-
it. Now you can really
Yeah.
smell it.
Yeah, yeah.
So then I add more water. And this process usually takes 3.5 to 4 minutes.
Good things come to those who wait.
Yes, for sure. And to wait for something that's going to taste authentic and great and get the best out of that region where the coffee comes from, that's what you want.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah. So, and you see it get darker as, now this is not a really dark roast.
No, this is more of a light to medium roast.
A light to medium roast. So you have like a wide variety of different roasts that you all offer.
Yes, we
as
do.
part of Big Storm Coffee. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, so our 3 core brands we offer is our light roast, which is a Sunrise Daydream, our medium roast, which is the Pirate's Fortune, and our dark roast, which is the Havana After Midnight.
And the Pirate's Fortune, I thought it was named for the area, for the Tampa and Clearwater area, you know, Pirates and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and all of that. But this, like the Havana, like the dark roast,
Yes.
that is, they are named because they have the connection to the beer?
Yes.
Yes?
More so the Havana.
Yes.
Is the one that we use.
Okay.
So with the Havana, it's a coffee porter that we use.
Which is fantastic. We've had it here.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
And so we use the coffee to get a extraction of a tobacco flavor that we want from the coffee. Since you can't use real tobacco in brewing your beer,
Yeah.
we use the coffee to get that flavor from it.
And you had to find the right bean from
Yes.
the right region to give you that flavor.
Correct.
Wow.
A lot of research goes into the process.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And then
So more pouring,
So this is,
more extracting.
so we had the initial one, and then we had another round where it's coming through the pour over, and then this one. So we're on round 3, kind of.
yeah. So this one I go all the way, and once I get to that amount that I'm looking for, which if you're using 40 grams, it should be 640 grams of water.
You are the mad scientist mathematician. Let me just.
I think you've done this once or twice.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
Yes.
So I was going to say now, for those that are watching, not everybody's going to have a pour over setup.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
This is, of course, perfectly good to use in your percolator or your Mr. Coffee or your Keurig or whatever
Exactly.
that you have. You would just add it according to the ratios that the manufacturer is recommending.
Correct.
Yeah.
Or to your taste if you have a basket.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So if that ratio is too light for you, you could do a different ratio if you have a scale. So if it's too light at 1:16, you could go down to 1:14 or even lower if you want to make that coffee a little bit stronger.
Gotcha.
If you want to.
So there comes a point when you're adding water to this that I guess you get a point of diminishing return.
Yes.
And that's at that mark where you're talking about with you're getting the proper level of darkness to the coffee that you want.
Correct. Yes. So once that extraction that we're looking for out of the coffee, and we're almost there, once we get to that level, we want to make sure we discard the coffee before. So we won't use all the water, that we put in, because some of that water might extract some tangents that we don't want in the coffee.
We had a power
That's all
break
right. We had
there
a
for a
little power
second.
play. That's okay.
Oh, there's another one.
Fortunately, we're just using gravity
Exactly.
and
We're just-
wireless, so I
Yes.
think we're okay.
I think we're fine. Yes. Yes.
And so once we get to where we want, I will take the filter.
Some teamwork here. I can help you.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
love
look
how
at
they're just
that.
making the coffee for me.
Right?
I don't know what you're going to be drinking, but you're doing all the hard work. They're making the coffee for me. Because you know how we feel about the coffee.
Just
Right.
it smells like you're. It's almost like floral, like coming off
Yeah.
the pour right here. And that color is perfect. It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, oh my God. Look at this. Oh, hey. Cheers to delicious coffee.
Cheers.
Happy National
Happy
Coffee
National
Day,
Coffee
belated.
Day.
National
Yes,
Coffee Day.
yes. Oh,
There's a tartness.
Yep.
yeah. But
That's-
you get it on the end, though, right?
And traditionally, you'll get some of that in a African coffee.
That is fantastic. I drink my
It's
coffee
so
black,
good.
but I could see where somebody might like cream
Yeah.
and sugar.
Mm-hmm.
There's no wrong way to consume it, but
No.
like we were talking about earlier, try
Yes.
it.
Try it first.
Yep.
Try it first. It's just like when you have a meal brought to the table. When you have a meal brought to the table, the temptation to add salt and pepper first. Don't do it.
I'm not-
Don't do it. Try it first and then see what you're going to add. But and I don't think this needs anything.
This doesn't. This is so good, and I need to be less in a
Oh my
rush
God.
to get my coffee brewed because
Oh.
that pour over is just
It's worth it.
fantastic.
It is.
It's worth it. Yeah.
We can't thank you enough for taking some time with us here on our Facebook Live to
Yes.
to show people what Big Storm has to offer that's not beer, because a lot of our
I know.
listeners are not necessarily drinkers, but they love their morning coffee.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And this is a great way to
So
go.
stay tuned to runeatdrink.net or subscribe in Apple Podcasts and watch our social media feeds, and we'll link to theirs as well so that you can enjoy a virtual cup of coffee with us. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And cheers again. Happy
Cheers
National
again.
Coffee Day.
Cheers.